So Honaker was a town that, in the book, the guidebook we had, it mentioned that like the people in these towns, Honaker and Council, hate bikers, and they like to yell things at you and run you off the road, you know?
Yeah, and it wasn't just in the Eikenberry book, like in the log book, like there were all these people who had written, like,
that's right.
yeah.
We were, pretty apprehensive, but we had no problems, it was normal traffic. So we were just riding up this hill towards Honaker, and we found this rubber snake on the side of the road that really scared us. And I was like, oh my gosh, a snake, It was kind of like hidden in the grass. And, I don't know if somebody left it there for that purpose or what, but we're writing a little note for other bikers. With this silly pun about a snake bite, like in bicycles, there's this snake bite flap you can get where it's these two little holes from the rim pressing down on the inner tube. So we wrote this silly little note, and we decided we'd leave it for other bikers. But then we started, getting nervous about leaving it somewhere where they might get scared and veer out into traffic, like we almost did and died. Also, while we've got the camera on, I should note that Jonathan just lost the top screw on his tire inner tube. Well, how did that break? It was on a rock?
Yeah, just stupid rocks.
So we're hoping it doesn't burst apart. It's really short now. We're hoping it doesn't like suddenly leak all the air out of the tire on a downhill or something. We're not really sure. We think the pin is still in it.
Yeah, it's not. It seems like it's holding air.
Do you want to take the cap off and see if the pin is still in it?
It is still in it.
It's
broken off in there.
Yeah, did you look?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I saw a little broken thing in there. Yeah, I'm kind of scared, but I don't feel like taking the time to change it out.
Yeah.
Here's one there. Let's go.
Yeah, I really wanted to,
vandalize the sign.
Yeah, vandalize the sign, but I didn't have my biker's self-entitlement yet. Like, I still thought I needed to be scared.
I think I was trying to convince you to do it.
Yeah.
You had like a permanent marker, I think.
Yeah.
For tagging or something.
So this part of the trip was really interesting for me because we were getting into the coal fields here, and I don't know, like actually before Damascus, we saw a newspaper and there had just been some like another series of coal mine deaths. Right. And like I'd spent the past 5 years working in the coal fields of Tennessee and knew some folks in Southwest Virginia who were working on coal stuff. So this was kind of like an intense kind of area where I felt familiar with it, but like in a sort of uneasy way. Like I felt this sense of allegiance and sort of unease about it, and
right. Drying out your underwear.
Yeah, this was really interesting country to be in. Like a lot of we crossed all these rivers in this area that come into like East Tennessee, like the Holston and the Clinch. So it just felt really familiar in this way.
But of course we're still in Virginia here, Western Virginia. We're almost to the border.
Yeah.
Kentucky. You want me to get the chase cam of you going down the mountain? I guess that would be dangerous.
Go back up the mountain when my tire breaks here.
Oh, right. Maybe I should go behind you. He'll be fine. Right?
Oh, but coming down one of the hills, we ran into Hans, who was this.
Oh yeah, I didn't talk to him. I was like flying down. I just decided not to stop.
He was one of the first. I guess he was the first like eastbound traffic we ran into.
He started on the west.
He started in Ohio. He was finishing the trip.
Oh, that's right. He had like broken it up.
Yeah. And also, I was there's this where we were going to be going through Clinchco, which is short for Clinch Company. So it was like a company town.
Is it a coal company?
Yeah, the Clinch Coal Company, in Dickinson County. And I've worked a lot with a guy named Barney Riley there. So I kept like I had gotten his number and kept trying to call him, or maybe I was looking in phone books. I don't know. Like. Eventually, I did get his number, but for a different reason.
The notes are out on the woodwinds.
So this wheel had 1,700 miles on it, and I guess how much have we ridden so far?
About 500 or something.
So 500 of those being loaded, and I broke a spoke. Interestingly, last trip that Ben and I took, I broke a spoke around 500 miles.
Right.
On Alligator Alley. Luckily, Joy here kind of knows how to fix this thing. I brought extra
And she
spokes.
had the right part.
Yeah, I brought extra spokes, but they don't do me any good because it's on the same side as the rear cassette, and so there's no way to get that off. So this is not product placement or anything, but Joy
Fiber
has
fix.
this handy dandy
Kevlar spoke.
yeah. So maybe even if there isn't a bike shop in Berea, we could get a ride up to one. The problem is that Berea is like 200 miles away. But Joy here says that somebody rode 1,500 miles on one of these hokey spokes.
Hokey spoke. Have a little faith. Of course, it's not on my wheel.
So it's just a string, Kevlar string.
So we're going to put your wheel back on and attempt to true it before we put a tire on.
Luckily, Joy also knows how to true a wheel, which was something I couldn't get anybody to show
Well,
me.
we'll see if I can actually do it.